And you don't believe you were intoxicated?
I was tipsy. I
Okay.
admit that. I was just taking my dog out for 5 minutes.
Four next calls, people of the state of Michigan versus Gordon Pruitt Turner, case number 254101 SM.
There is a show cause on bond.
Council, we are here for a pretrial and a show cause for a bond violation. The bond violation is alleged that the defendant failed to take an alcohol test as ordered on September 22nd. Mr. Turner, you do have the opportunity to contest that violation with a contested hearing, or you could plead responsible to the violation. Before we get to that point, counsel, is there any resolution in this case?
There is, Your Honor. It's my understanding the defendant will plead guilty to count 1, disorderly person drunk. The people will dismiss count 2, stray dog, and the people are also willing to dismiss the bond violation if the court accepts it.
Ms. O'Mara?
That's my understanding as well.
And this is another one of Ms. Scrivento's direct supervision cases.
Correct.
Mr. Turner, procedurally, the supervising attorney for Ms. O'Mara is Ms. Scrivento, who is not here today. She's in another court. Mr. Hartel is filling in for her as the supervising attorney. Are you okay with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, have you heard what the attorneys have said the plea agreement in this case is?
What was that, Your
Have you
Honor?
heard what the attorneys have said the plea agreement is?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is that how you wish to resolve it?
Whatever makes the court happy.
No, it's not up to the court. Is that how you wish to resolve the case? You had the right to defend it. Do you want a moment?
Could I have a moment? Because I need to explain something.
Sure. Why don't the three of you go into the room and you guys can discuss it. Court recalls the people of the state of Michigan versus Gordon Turner. We are back on the record in case number 254101 SM. Mr. Turner, were you able to speak with your attorneys in regards to what you wanted to talk to them about?
Yes, Your Honor. It's all
And-
cleared up.
All right. And so are we moving forward with the plea, Ms. O'Mara?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Turner, is it your understanding then that you'll be pleading guilty to count number 1 of disorderly drunk? The people will dismiss the stray dog charge and the bond violation. Is that your understanding?
That's my understanding, Your Honor.
And is that how you wish to resolve the case?
That's correct, sir.
Will you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Absolutely.
All right. Sir, it's my understanding you'll be pleading guilty to disorderly drunk, which is a 90-day misdemeanor, which means I could put you in jail for up to 90 days and or a fine of $500. Back on September 16th of this year, were you on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
Were you on bond? Were you on bond in any other file?
Oh, no, Your Honor.
Do you remember reading and signing this advice of rights form, talked about your rights to an attorney and your rights to a trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand those rights?
Absolutely, sir.
Most importantly, do you understand that you had the right to a jury trial, and by entering a guilty plea today, you'll be giving up those rights and you won't have a trial of any kind? Other than the plea agreement, has anybody promised you anything in order to get you to plea today?
No, sir.
Has anybody threatened you in any way?
No, sir.
And is it your own free choice to plea today?
Yes, sir.
Are counsel aware of any other promises, threats, or inducements not made part of the record?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Then Mr. Turner, to the allegation that on or about September 16th, 2025, in the city of Cadillac here in Wexford County, how do you plead in count number 1 to disorderly person drunk?
Guilty, Your Honor.
In order to accept that plea, I must have you tell me what it is that makes you guilty. So back on September 16th, were you in the city of Cadillac?
Yes, Your Honor.
And had you consumed alcohol?
Yes, Your Honor.
And were you at some point on Park Street? No, Park Street. So
Park Street.
Park Street.
I was on the,
Were you outside in the vicinity of Park Street?
yes, Your Honor.
All right. And at that time, were you intoxicated?
I wouldn't say I was intoxicated, Your Honor.
How much?
I drink red wine, under the supervision of my, doctor for my red, blood platelets and something else.
How much wine had you had to drink?
I had, 2 small glasses left in my, bottle of wine, which, I wanted to get rid of because I'm trying to get back on my, exercise program.
So what's a small glass?
It's equivalent of, this much in a very small glass.
Okay.
I guess if you put it together, it'd be a decent sized glass of wine.
And you don't believe you were intoxicated?
I was tipsy. I
Okay.
admit that. I was just taking my dog out for a 5-minute urination. thing.
How did you come to the attention of law enforcement?
I was out walking my dog, and we was just about to go in, and this woman, she was at least a block away. I don't even know how she noticed we was walking around on our property. And she ran out the door and started screaming at me, "Where's your dog leash?"
You were on your property?
But not my property. I live at Kirtland Terrace Apartments right over here. I was on the sidewalk and
Okay.
grass kind of thing.
Ms. O'Mara, do you wish to voir dire a little bit?
Yes, Your Honor. When this woman started yelling at you, did you say something along the lines back to her of, "What do you want, asshole?"
Yeah, she kept yelling, and it was late at night and everybody, I assume, was sleeping, which I should have been sleeping too, but my dog kept bugging me. Anyway, she ran out her front door like she was waiting for somebody and started screaming at me because my dog didn't have a leash. And obviously that's a bad thing.
You yelled back at her?
Yeah, I told her she's waking everybody up, and
How loud were you when you did that?
You said,
a little louder than I am right now, Your Honor.
you said she was a block away from you, right?
Right.
You need to be pretty loud for someone to hear you a block away, right?
Yeah, I couldn't believe she even saw us because I was under a shade tree.
So do you believe you yelling back to her would have created a disturbance to the public?
Your Honor, may I ask one more question? Did you also say something along the lines of, come find out and I'll kill you?
No, that needs to be struck from the record. I would never tell anybody that, and I did not say that. I believe she might be having problems, man problems or some kind
Okay,
of
well,
problems.
we're not gonna get into that part of it. So
But
so
I didn't say that.
do you believe that you yelling back at her would have created a disturbance?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The council believe defendants provided a factual basis in which to accept the plea and that the court rules have been complied with.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
As does the court, I find the plea is knowing, voluntary, and accurate. Sir, I find you guilty of disorderly drunk pursuant to the plea agreement. The stray dog and the bond violation will be dismissed. Any allocution, Ms. O'Mara?
Yes, Your Honor. Like my client said, he was out walking his dog. He understands now that the dog needs to be on leash. He also, I'm sure would admit that in the future, he should simply disengage with people if they are yelling at him and go back to his home. Like you said, he lives in the area. He keeps to himself for the most part. He'd tell you he's a very, I'll say isolated person. And that this is not something that will happen again. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Lawrence?
Thank you, Your Honor. Just so the record is clear, the defendant had said, excuse my language, "What do you want, asshole?" to law enforcement. When law enforcement had showed up, he was also argumentative with them and refused to provide his ID when law enforcement asked for it. So it is a little bit deeper than what the defendant has claimed. Other than that, I will leave sentencing up to the discretion of the court.
Did they do any type of PBT on him at all?
They did not, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Turner, you had the right to address the court prior to sentencing. Is there anything you'd like me to know?
Absolutely, Your Honor. I did see the police officer park in front of, or drive up to the woman's residence. So I didn't go anywhere. I was just waiting for him to come over and ask me my story. But with the, I asked him, did he have his camera on? He said yes. Now about the not identifying myself, if it's on the camera, he asked me if I'm going to self-identify myself. I said, well, what if I had driver's license or something on me? I just walked out of the building for 5 minutes or so. And then he got in Bieber voice and got closer and he asked me the same thing. I said, do you want my name or I don't understand what you want. I don't have a license, a driver's license or any kind of identification on me. So I didn't have a clue what to do. I figured it was a trick question or something. But anyway, maybe he was trying to rouse me up to get another charge on me or something. I honestly don't have a clue. I always stick to myself. And but if he asked me what my name was, I would have been happy to tell him.
Okay.
So I didn't think there was, I didn't know what the big deal was. And then he said, put your hands behind your back, which I already had my hands behind my back waiting for him. So we put the cuffs on and here we go.
Anything else you'd like me to know?
No, Your Honor.
All right. There will be a $75 Crime Victims' Rights Fund fee, $150 state minimum fee. There's no jail, correct? 0 days jail is 0 days credit.
1 day.
I'm sorry, there is 1 day jail
Sorry.
with 1 day credit. Attorney fee, Ms. O'Mara?
I'd like to waive it.
Attorney fee waived. I'll waive the fine and the court costs. Mr. Turner, any balance that remains unpaid for more than 56 days will have a 20% penalty assessed to that. And because I have sentenced you to a period of incarceration, even though it's time served, you do have the right to appeal that decision. If you decided that you wanted to appeal it and could not afford an attorney to assist you, you have 14 days from today's date to request the appointment of an attorney. You can go out to the front window where you checked in, get your your judgment, make a payment if you're able to. If not, get set up on a payment plan.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, thanks for watching. Please do let us know in the comments what you thought of this video. If you'd like to support what we do here, the best way to do it is to pick up some of our merch. You can find it at courtroomfiles.com.